That little girl that does the Nancy Wilson videos, and what else does she do? She do lots of she do. What's her name? I can't remember her name, but she does the little videos about. She did Dorothy Dandridge. She did a video on Chella Alonzo. She does a video on all the old ethnic black and whatever type of icon women, And she did one on Selena. And this is disgusting. I was like, what's going on here? And it was the shit with the shock jock Stern. They were saying, well, she was going to get killed because of the thugs they hang out with, and this music sucks anyway, and they were playing the music with guns in the background making jokes about it. Stern got his start as a shock jock in the D.C. area. Brian used to talk, gluck, 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 where they make fun of the West Virginians and shit. And it's just that type of culture. I noticed when I was in the service in the early 90s that it was being divided into interior self-imploding, racially stratified, genocidal, homicidal groups. And with whole Fitchett, you and your crazy ass religion, when I can car, and I said, you and your slave religion. And you don't jump me with my shit, man. You were given a religion by the people that turned you into a slave. He became a black Muslim after that, right? He pissed me off. You don't jump my shit. I was just talking intelligence. We were talking about God, the whole thing, Plumber. God loves me better than Plumber because God's an idiot. So people started jumping my shit, and then Fitch just said, what do you know? Your religion's fucking crazy. And like I told my sisters, you're an Eckankar. I said that it works for me right now. If I find something better than what I get from my perception from Eckankar, that's where I go. Said, you're a Christian and you feel you're right. And I'm, an Eckankar right now because it gives me better clarity on religion. And are you going to, if I send you to Tibet tomorrow and everybody's a Buddhist, does that mean you're going to be a Buddhist? Because everybody around you is Christian. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I feel like the people that practice Christianity in the United States for mass genocide are Christians. Right? So, I was about 12. I'm a very intelligent human being. It's hard for self-centered, insane socio-psychopaths to understand an intelligent human being, obviously, because I've been doing this on social media since 2009, right? Well, so I was watching, came in, they had some recommended videos, watched some Bone Thugs with a take on the Force MDs. I'm waiting for the right moment to come so you can. And they always got things with references to the Bible and to Christ. That Heaton lady the other day that's an actress I ain't heard of, but I did when I watched that. She said she read the Bible. She had trouble reading the Old Testament. Lots of people do. And Revelation. John, I don't know how y'all like to read John. John is hard. They're hard. They're not hard for everybody because he tells all these beautiful messages. Here's what's happening, blah, 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 right? Oh, he's writing this church and he's telling them all this stuff. No, he's writing his wife and his kids because he's hiding in North Africa, hiding from the people in the Vatican, mass murdering all the guys that has something to do with Christ. Like Dumas with Count Monte Cristo and Chateau d'If, and you are innocent. I know you're innocent. This is where they send all the people that they're ashamed of. Book of Revelation, that's where they send all the people that they're ashamed of. Now they keep them in north of San Ysidro. They keep them in New Mexico and Arizona, where they have the best Wi-Fi in the world to control the world. The wearer of the ring, the bearer of the ring, right? Fucking assholes. Pisses you off. They had this thing last night when I was watching the thing about Chris talking about Sal. He said, I knew we were okay. We were at my mom's house in my old bedroom, and she got a call and she started laughing, and it was one of her siblings. And I knew I was okay. I was worried about my relationship with her father. And I'm like, typical Aries. She's laughing her ass off, Tell me you're sorry because you're not. You only think you're sorry. And that's a tough thing because you wonder about relationships and you wonder how stable they're going to be. You know, this is the man in your life that you're supposed to have the most trusting relationship with, and you're lying to him to see me because he's so controlling. So once you get out of his control, I'm not going to be able to control you. So that was a real hard relationship for Chris to be in. Okay, because everybody hit on Sal. Everybody. So, you know, the little hot dancers from, where is it, New York? Everywhere they went, everything, you know, because they do that. Okay, just because, stop the world and let me off. Just because you're married doesn't stop Biggest Dickus from holding his penis on his thigh and asking your fiance, what are you doing with that 10-cent boy? Better than being with Nickel U, and she's fucking him 2 days later. Okay. That's the way of love, the way of love. When you deny the Lord's Prayer and you don't have holy confidence, you're living in Richard Dawkinsville, where they use sex to get people into the gang so we can all go to Rome and go to Mardi Gras. My flag boy and your that man, he's not a man, he's a sex machine. Giacomo Finame, talk about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. Aiko, I'm dead. Giacomo Finame, Giacomo Finame, Aiko, right? Give something up for Lent, like your sanity, your virtue. Yeah, Romans don't practice Hebrew religion real well. Okay. When the people in D.C., they were laughing at Howard Stern's jokes about the murder of Selena. Okay, probably told jokes about Kennedy's plane falling out of the sky and the paparazzi killing Princess Di. Every weekend, me and Pat would come home to visit the Benegases. We'd go down to the morning, Sunday morning, when they all went to church. We'd go down to the convenience store off of Valley. They're on the corner with the gas, right by just south of Soto's Tires. Patrick would get a treat, and I'd get a newspaper. Was it Di first, then JFK Jr. and his girl, and then Sal was last? The Holy Sacrifice Trinity of us visiting Las Cruces, the bowels of hell. The orchestrators of we can program people like we're programming a video game. Tag them, rape them, and bag them. It's a bad science project, but it keeps us in business, right? And then I saw the ad on the Chris thing about the lady with the mom with the postpartum depression, right? Men, when a man gets the blues, he gets on a train and rides. When a woman gets the blues, she hangs her little head and cries, right? She gets her medication for her postpartum depression. And if you take more of those, you will get an overdose. No more running for the shelter of the mother's little helper. All the papers had to say was that Maryland was found in the nude. Right, Dorothy? Right, Chella Alonzo? Right, Nancy Wilson? You know, heaven please send to all mankind understanding and peace of mind. And if it's not asking too much, send me someone to love. I'll away a late night, ponder world troubles. A dude wrote that song, but the answer is always the same. Unless man puts an end to this damnable sin, you know, like Bone Thugs, you know. I gotta ask God why my nigga's gone. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Let the dead bury the dead. Now stand up for the Lord's Prayer instead of being right set Fred, being too sexy for your cert, making money to rehearse your verse. Y'all can't obey nothing, right? But when Miss Heaton was reading that gospel about Peter and John, right? Well, the Gospel of John, people like to read that because you turn it into a magic story. You don't turn it into the sad story that it really is. The best man in the history of the Roman Empire being separated from his wife and children that are off with Demetrius, being kept in Africa, further deeper south because the Romans are trying to dominate the region with the little necktie things that Snake was going to do on Running Scared before Jimmy Smits has his boys shoot him, right? Colombian neckties, right? Shine, sweet freedom, shine your light on me. Let's buy a bar in Miami instead of live the Lord's Prayer, you see. Religion, don't get me started on religion, all you fruitcakes out there. I'll go have a margarita and go hiking on Tuesday. Okay. Got your hush puppies on? Yeah, just like the porn star that Greg Gutfeld makes fun of while he's making fun of President Lincoln being the worst first-term president either, because he started the Civil War to stop children from being property sold out from under their parents and moms from being raped by their owners right in front of their husbands. Why, that Lincoln, best president ever, then was killed by people that write jokes for the Gutfeld show, Kimmel, Colbert, and even Fallon. Well, if you tell jokes about people being mass murdered over popularity contests for money, it doesn't matter if you're on the hardcore porn on it or the softcore porn on it. You're all Howard Stern and Baba Booey, right? NASA sucks. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. Is it an evil petting zoo? Do you vote for president? Prime minister? Do you believe the Pope is the man on the planet most like Jesus Christ and Earl's crazy? Right? Only makes sense that women have postpartum depression. Men drink alcohol and take drugs to hide from their troubles. That's the new train. Right? You gonna ride? Don't ride that white horse. White horse. Something of a phenomenon. Telling your body to come along. But white lines blow away. Blow! Ticket to Ride, White Line Highway. Tell all your friends they can go my way. That's why Orlando Woolridge and Rod Higgins are snorting cocaine for the Chicago Bulls when Michael got in the league, right? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. My nigga, he gone. You nigga, just rest your soul and I'll see you at the crossroads. Just stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Once we're living Psalms and Proverbs, everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. There's a reason why Earl's the Messiah and all you manufacturers of manipulation of brain activity are not. While an asshole that sells Teslas for 200 grand can't help the ecosystem recover rapidly enough to save people from genocide that are his next door neighbors in Texas. But they vote for the republic that can't and the democracy that's demomockery. Because it says in the Bible, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Okay? And God gave us free will, but the Lord gives us commands. Okay? So all you assholes in D.C. laughing at Selena getting shot, okay? You defenders that can't follow any commands, shouldn't call yourself commanders, that have beer bongs at a soccer stadium, okay? Obey me. Go build my barn and my house in the Gila now.